One of your buddies called me. He said that you're terrible sighting in scopes. Let me show you how to get this done in just one shot. Super easy. Come on, let me show you. All right, well, I wasn't able to make that tripod setup, excuse me, work out for me anyway, so I figured instead of fighting him, let's just go back to the basics and get this to work. I won't be able to hold the camera as well to show you how I actually make the adjustments, but hopefully we can get this to work here. There is my point of aim right now. Oh, way low. I'll adjust that a little bit here. I'm gonna mess with the scope to basically screw up my point of aim to point of impact. We are aiming. Oh, sure. My point of aim right now is right on the seam and about a third of the way up. Now, so we see the point of impact there. It is higher and right. So I'll make some adjustments in the scope. So, rifle stays stationary. I'm not even gonna try to touch the butt here. I'm just like free and clear. All I need to do is make sure that I can see where my reticle is. Sometimes I will hold this gun stock down to keep it really wedged in this bag, depending on how tough these turrets are. We'll see. All right. So there's my up and down. Go back to this and do the left and right. Okay. I'll give you the same view so you can see that all we did is line up where we hit to where we are now aiming. The gun never moved though, that's the big thing. One nice thing about doing it this way, your bullet hole is a very small thing to aim at. So when you go for your second shot, just aim at the bullet hole. And you'll know if you hit it right. So there's what we ended up with. Walk down range here. Safety, safety, safety. And there you go. One shot, zero. One bullet hole to make sure, hey, we're kind of lined up. That's our point of aim. That was where we first did. So basically, if we had a crosshair, we need the one shot. The second shot re-verifies that the adjustments we made are good. Oh, hey. You ever heard of a thing called an intervention? Your friends have talked to me. They want me to talk to you about how poor you are at sighting in rifles. Let me show you how to do it in one shot. You ever go to the gun range and just struggle sighting in a rifle? It's super easy. You're thinking too hard about it. Let me show you how it works and do it in just one shot. Save yourself a bunch of ammo and a bunch of headache. New to thermals? I'm going to show you something cool today. Are you totally new to thermals and used to night vision? Let me show you what's super cool about thermal that makes them way better. One of your buddies called me. He said that you're terrible sighting in scopes. Let me show you how to get this done in just one shot. Super easy. Come on, let me show you. One shot rifle sight in. Let me show you how. New-ish scope, like we did some scope switching between one rifle to the other rifle. So my little CZ rimfire here, it's got a silencer go switchback on it. A Pulsar XG50 non-laser rangefinder. I figured for the rimfire I didn't really need laser rangefinder. I went ahead and hung the thermal target, which is just this little little stick-on thing they send it with. All it is like a little hand heat packet. So if you've lost these, have a different brand of thermal that doesn't come with them, grab a tape gun, which we won't need today because these are self-sticking thermal targets. Stick on a hand warmer, whatever, you know, those little heat packet deals, stick it on there, send your target down range. And let's zero this rifle in. This scope, while this scope sights in just like any other scope. We're going to do a one-shot zero on this guy. It might take me to, just because of the menus and different things like that, I'm going to try to record that on my cell phone so you guys can see the whole deal. Let's see something super cool about thermals though. A lot of people are under the impression that you can't have a thermal on during the day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't see light. It sees heat. So let's show you how it sees heat. I'm going to hit the lights. So if you can see in the optic, that little white dot, that's what we're going for. That's our little thermal packet. I'll have this hopefully planned on a separate piece. This bog tripod is not my favorite, but it'll get us there. So one of the things that's super, super important about one-shot zeroing, just zeroing in general, is that you have a good solid tripod. In this video, you're going to see the crosshair, point of aim, point of impact difference is going to be what we're talking about today, but the crosshair, the point of aim right now is just slightly below my heat packet. I'm okay with that. We're going to take a shot, we're going to see where it lands, and then make some adjustments. The big thing is once we take that shot, pre and post shot, I don't want to move the rifle at all. I want this to be exactly still, like stone Buddha still, never going to move, content with where it is. I've got a silencer switchback. This isn't a custom rifle, but it is something that the factory doesn't make. Just a little bit neat configuration with the stainless barrel. It's been cut down thread of Bavarian stock. I love this little gun. It's a great little piece for, say, pest control. Okay, so we're recording on the phone. You can see me here. One shot. Yeah, this is tricky on this tripod because it's a turd. Okay, so in there, it did a auto cal right after I shot, which is a bummer. I'm gonna try to readjust that point of aim because we need the point of aim to stay the same. That's what we're adjusting to. Come on, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna lose my point of impact if I don't do it quick. So what we're going to do in the settings is we're going to go to reticle and zeroing. Or we're just going to leave it as A because I don't want to rename this thing. Add a new distance. So this is 0 meters. I don't know why we're on meters. 20. 5. We're going to go 25 meters and I can adjust that later. So if you see how the reticle is moving left and right, we need that to line up with where our target was. All right, so This took too long to do and I lost my little hole indicator. But I know my left and right was about there, and I believe my up and down was about there. See the red clock saying auto cal. So we should be, in theory, we should be zeroed. That took too long to do, so we're going to do it again, acting like this is a fresh shot. And it's off to the right, I wonder. Yeah, you can see it there. It's not the cleanest picture ever, but so our, I think, we're good. Let's try it. Man, this thing is staticky. Well, I don't see our hip. Who knows? This thing isn't there. We're zeroed. I'm sure we're zeroed. All right, everybody can see where. Get that giant red X out of there. Yay. Yeah, you saw the heat packet splatter off into the background there. A little tricky. So when I do this on a regular gun, I'm looking for a hole in a piece of paper. When I do it on a thermal gun, I'm also looking for a hole in a piece of paper. That hole shows up as a heat signature instead of a little black dot that we see through. The heat signature fades, and that's why it takes more than arguably one shot. This thing was zeroed in one shot. We only made one adjustment, and it seemed to stick. So I like the results. It did exactly what it's supposed to. What we're really talking about is point of aim, our little red dot, to point of impact, which point of aim, point of impact in this case, would have been the difference, and we need to make those differences come together. Well, I can't adjust point of impact. That's a mechanical thing that's handled by the rifle. Point of aim, though, I can adjust. That's a mechanical thing in the scope. So I'm not going to bend a barrel to make it hit where I need it to hit to adjust to a scope. The scope comes with adjustments, typically in the form of an elevation and windage chart. In this case, it's all electronically handled, stored as a zero profile. We're going to try something. This is going to be a little bit tricky, just because it's kind of backwards. We've already shown that. You see the video here. I'm going to hit these lights. It's going to be really dark. I do not my best work in the dark. I might. Something. Anything?